I think it can be pretty difficult to find a Marvel character with as much nuance and intrigue as the Miracleman property. I think a lot of this has to do with creator Alan Moore and artist Gary Leach really fleshing out this character over in their run on the title. Sadly, I don't think we got as much Miracleman as we probably should have, because following Moore and Leach's departure on the title, we were treated to a new run featuring Neil Gaiman of Sandman fame, along with Fables artist Mark Buckingham taking over the title, but they were only able to get a few issues into their run before the entire thing was derailed. But now, after 29 years, Marvel Comics is returning to Gaiman and Buckingham's run on the fabled Miracleman property. My name is Ariko Braddock, and today we're going to go ahead and take a look at one of the first all-original issues of Miracleman over from Marvel. But before we get deeper into the video, I want to go ahead and encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button if you enjoy our content. I want to introduce this issue of Miracleman by reading off the solicitation text over from Marvel Comics. Neil Gaiman and Mark Buckingham present the first all-new chapter in the Silver Age. High atop the Himalayas, Dickie Dauntless searches to find his place in the Age of Miracles. He'll make new friends and encounter a frightening familiar face, Johnny Bates. It's young Miracleman and Kid Miracleman face to face. And I want to go ahead and read off our creative team on Miracleman the Silver Age number 3. This issue is written by Neil Gaiman, and we have art from Mark Buckingham, colors from Jordie Bellaire, and letters from Todd Klein. In addition, the cover is also drawn by Mark Buckingham. I want to go ahead and show off the cover over from Adventures in Poor Taste right now. Here's a look at the cover for Miracleman, the Silver Age number 3 over from Marvel Comics. And there's something really special about the mixed media approach that Mark Buckingham takes to the covers on this series. They just look so incredibly unique and give across so many themes in the issue from just the cover alone. It really makes this issue as a whole feel incredibly intentional when you take a look at how even the interior artist of the issue is rendering this cover. And we just kind of are introduced to the idea in this issue that Dickie Dauntless, aka Young Miracleman, is kind of having this push and pull between two worlds, as he's felt let down from, Johnny Bates, as well as Mickey Moran himself. So this is a really kind of climactic issue of the series, showing just kind of how lost and confused Dickie is in the first place. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of this interior art of the issue over from Mark Buckingham. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's so much incredible symbolism throughout the issue. Words cannot evoke all of the intention behind the art in this series. Also, I just love kind of these moments where Johnny Bates is whispering horrible things into kind of Dickie's ear throughout the issue. It's amazing that Neil Gaiman in particular has been gone from the Miracleman franchise for several decades, almost 3 decades at this point, but it still feels like he's picking up this story, right where they left off here, as Dickie and Johnny just have this really kind of horrifying conversation that continues throughout the issue and really does such a great job pulling some of those themes across the story as a whole. And also, this issue goes to some incredibly unexpected places as Dickie finds himself in the Himalayas and is introduced to a really kind of like fascinating group of characters that continue to introduce so many themes that are kind of essential to the Miracleman world. It's so fascinating how this series as a whole has really focused in on the conflicted sexual nature between Dickie Dauntless and as well as the kind of context between women and men. It seems like if things kind of continue as they are with Dickie, that he may not be interested in pursuing anyone with the kind of veracity that the Miracleman universe continues to pursue Dickie. Dickie in fact spends a lot of this time undercover, not as the young Miracleman character. And I kind of get the impression that if he revealed who he was, he would have an even harder time, repressing the society's response to him, which is just such an incredibly nuanced character beat over from Neil Gaiman that's captured in this issue in just like in terms of the subtext, not. And these are things that are largely not overtly said in the issue alone. Again, I think that's what makes Miracleman is just getting that intricate level of subtext and not having things, spoon-fed or explained to you, but actually being treated like a real person who is going to really kind of dive in and pick up on those moments in between the panels that are hinted at through this character that Dickie meets in the issue. Kind of makes me wonder if at some point Dickie is going to end up turning on both, Miracleman and Johnny Bates himself. I'm just unsure of what direction Dickie is going to go in. But one thing that I really liked about this issue as a whole, I mean, this issue is incredibly, incredibly dark and has so many harrowing themes of, sexuality. But finally, on the last page of this issue, Dickie is able to kind of escape the kind of cycle of vicious, like psychic violence going on, and is able to kind of finally find some peace. So even though this is an incredibly heavy script with so much dense material in it, the cathartic nature of the final page is, I think, the perfect ending. It's just shocking to me at how much command Neil Gaiman and Mark Buckingham have over the page of Miracleman. I really hope that the duo is able to have a long run on the title this time. And, even if they have ideas that are planned past what they had initially, I would love to see them kind of flesh out this character. I think Neil Gaiman has shown that he still has a strong, command and authority over this series. It's just been so easy to read, even these new Miracleman scripts. I want to know from you, did you like this brand new issue of Miracleman as much as I did? I want you to let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for checking out the video. And before we go, I want to know from you, do you have any memories of Miracleman? I'm relatively new to this character, as I would imagine most people are around my age. And I want to hear from you guys if you have any kind of, really strong memories of the character outside of the recent Marvel Comics revival. Well, thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll be back really soon with more excellent comic book content. We'll see you soon. Bye.